Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the Bullet Train released on Blu-ray from Eureka Video. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, like the video and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So, out this week from Eureka Video is the classic Bullet Train, directed by Junya Sato, a 1975 production, I believe. Yep, 1975 production. I've only ever seen, and a long time ago, the export version, which I do believe is on here. When I was probably a young teen, and it always kind of enthralled me, but it was quite a lengthy suspense thriller. Even the export version, which I know was cut probably by a good 30 or 40 minutes, if I remember correctly. But it still had me gripped. It was still a very interesting movie. Mind you, I had only ever watched it in its video quality 4:3 at home, which was still enough to keep me intrigued, but now getting the chance to see this movie in HD kind of excites me, and not only that, but to see the full uncut version, which I'm very excited for. Okay, let me get stuck into this. This is part of their oh dear lord, let's see, is it part of the Masters of Cinema? No, it is not. It's just a new 2K restoration HD release of the Bullet Train. Fantastic. Okay, so yes, most well known for inspiring the 1994 Hollywood blockbuster Speed, which Jan de Bont denies, I believe. But it's quite obvious. Yes, what do we got here? Okay, so 1080p presentation of the Japanese theatrical version on Blu-ray from a 2K restoration of the original film elements. 1080p HD presentation of the English dubbed export version for the first time ever on Blu-ray. Wonderful. Optional English subtitles. Brand new audio commentary by Jasper Sharp and Tom Mez on the theatrical version. Off the rails, Junya Sato's biographers on the making of Bullet Train. Very good. Brand new interview with film writer Tatsuya Masuto and film critic Masaki Nomura. Tony Raines on The Bullet Train, a brand new interview with Asian film expert Tony Raines. Wonderful, always a treat. Kim Newman on Mad Bombers in Cinema, a brand new interview with author Kim Newman. A big movie, Big Panic, Junya Sato on The Bullet Train, an archival featurette. Very good. Trailers, plus a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writings on the film by Barry Forshaw. Wow, okay, cool. That's a neat little package there. So the original cut runs at 152 minutes. Wow. Gosh, that's, yeah, I'd say then there's a good 30 to 40 minutes, let's say 35 minutes cut from that original theatrical version for the export version that I had seen as a kid. So this is pretty exciting. I'm definitely going to be checking out both of them because I think the export version here, the English dub, will just give me a wee bit of nostalgic feel when I'm watching it, but also to see it in HD is going to be brilliant. And just the excitement of seeing such a lengthy piece. If I remember correctly, although Sonny Chiba is in here, it's not his movie. It's pretty much just more of an extended cameo. He's the train driver, as far as I can remember. But there's no fighting from him. It's just basically an acting role, a special appearance, I should say. The main star there is Ken Takakura, who would have been a massive kind of star in Yakuza movies for Toei Cinema and Toei Films throughout the 60s and 70s, but a great guy, great actor. And this is a period of Japanese cinema, for me especially, that much like Violent Streets, it was released recently by Eureka, there's just a real style and a real class about the acting and the filmmaking of this period, especially from Japan, and I absolutely adore it. Anyway, here we go. This is the front cover here, beautifully designed there, as you can see. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And on the back looks just as the typical Eureka layout usually is there. So Ken Takakura, Sonny Chiba, and Ken Utsui, who you can see here. Again, another dramatic actor of that time. Sliding it open here, comes out with the same cover on. And inside, lovely. Oh yes, nice reversible cover there. Okay, so as you can see, we have the disc and the booklet here, which is just wonderful. Really excited to get into that. First of all though, I will pop out that reversible cover before I forget. That's nice. Okay, so here we have the artwork produced by Eureka there for their re-release, which is just wonderful. And this is kind of exciting for them to put out at the same time, because the Bullet Train with Brad Pitt came out recently, and with it hitting digital media at the moment, if people are a bit daft, they're going to be typing in Bullet Train and this will pop up, which is going to kind of like grab their attention. And they may think that Brad Pitt's Bullet Train is a remake. It's really not. But both very good movies. I mean, this Bullet Train is nothing out of the ordinary as far as as I can remember. It was nothing, there's nothing extraordinary about it as such. It's very much just a really well-made suspense thriller, and that's kind of all it takes. It's just, if you're looking for a piece of classic cinema, this is definitely the one to check out. Absolutely. There's a lot going on, and I do think that the export version has cut a lot of the, probably more of the backstories of certain characters out, and a lot of that, because I know that there will be a lot more lengthier dramatic moments throughout this original theatrical version. I do love this Japanese poster here. I'm going to pop that cover in and just flip it around, since the O-ring has the new artwork on there, which is just beaut. And then inside, of course, we have this neat little book, which I'm pretty excited to get reading about and listening to. Actually, I'm quite interested in a lot of this, because I love listening to Tony Raines go on, and also want to check out the commentaries, things like that. Anyway, let's get through this booklet, because I do want to get in and start watching. This is pretty exciting. Very nice. Lovely layout, and of course mentions speed again there, I can see. And I love these old Japanese posters. Oh wow. Super Express 109. They are just gorgeous. If I can remember correctly, also the model work that goes on is super fun, and again such a big thing of that period of Japanese cinema. And that last, there's a photograph of it, that last shot, that last moment of Ken's scene is just, it sticks with you. You'll know what I mean when you see it. It is classic. Oh my god. Yeah, cool. Looking forward to getting stuck into that. Okay, that's all there is to show you with the actual disc. I'm going to go check it out, check out as many special features as I possibly can, and let you know what I think. So just back after checking out the Blu-ray release of The Bullet Train, the classic 1975 Japanese film from Junya Sato, and I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I mean, it took me back. The export version definitely took me back, but that theatrical cut, that extended version, although it is extremely lengthy, it still manages to hold your attention. Again, nothing amazing about it as such, but it's just such a fantastically well-made piece that you can't help but stay glued to the screen. There's a lot more backstory definitely there, with a lot of characters, as expected, when I talked about earlier how the cut version seemed it was missing something. But yes, so much to enjoy in this movie, and I hope that Eureka continue their releases of these Japanese type of Japanese classics on Blu-ray in the near future, because it was just a joy to see. Menu looks beautiful here and laid out in typical Eureka fashion, which is great there. The off the rails piece with the biographers of Junya Sato's biographers on the making of Bullet Train. Quite an interesting piece, runs for about 20 minutes, and definitely interesting enough to listen to their stories on the director himself and the making of the movie there. Tony Raines does a fantastic piece for about 26 minutes. And again, you know, this guy just talks to the camera, but incredibly informative, and has some great feedback on what the history of Japanese cinema meant, what Toei was about, and other movies leading to the Bullet Train, and how it came around with Junya Sato as the director, which is wonderful. Then you've Kim Newman on Mad Bombers in Cinema. I mean, it was an interesting enough piece, sure. It fit the bill, I suppose, when you think what kind of movie it is. Probably ran for about 20 minutes or so. Also, maybe just over, actually 25 minutes, yes. It didn't really excite me too much because it's nothing of interest, but it was worth listening to, sure. And it's great to see Eureka fill out their special features with other things like this, which is cool. But what did really grab my attention was the archival piece. Big movie, big panic, Junya Sato on the Bullet Train, the archival featurette with the director going through about, again, probably 20 odd minutes of him talking about the making of the Bullet Train. His other movies, his past movies, and those that he worked with on this movie. So it's very, very interesting. And again, this is the kind of thing for me is from the horse's mouth, whereas opposed to others here that are talking about how the movie came around or how they perceive it to happen. This is straight from the director himself, which was wonderful to see. But all in all, a fantastic piece to put together. I've yet to go back and watch it with the audio commentary, and I will do. It's just not the kind of movie you want to watch over and over. I did watch the theatrical version and the export version pretty much one after another, which was enough for now. So I will go back and watch it with the commentary. Just to point out also though, the export version, opening and closing credits do use a lower source quality rather than the HD or the 2K restored HD versions. So you will see quite a difference there, but it doesn't last. But again, it gave me a bit of a nostalgic feel to when I watched it when I was younger. But absolutely, double thumbs up for me. Super glad it's in my collection, and definitely one that I think you should check out. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews and follow me on Instagram @InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu and I will see you soon.